So in this video, guys, let's talk about inner peace. Finding inner peace in the midst of life. If you're watching this, you probably have family in your life, friends. And if you don't, look, you've got a job. You have to interact with people. I'm assuming you're not a monk watching this. You could be, but I don't know why. Because I'm trying to get wisdom off you guys, not the other way around. If you're a monk. But guys, this video is about spirituality, and you may fall into this mindset, which I did. Actually, I've had this mindset for everything I've done in life. Ever since I was young, I would get obsessed with the topic, devote all my attention to that topic to the exclusion of all else, whether I'm single or in a relationship, and it's not healthy, seriously. When I was young, I would put all my attention into, just say, finance, investing, learning an instrument, learning self-help. That's why it was so funny. Learning all this self-help, how to communicate with people, how to be social, because I'm introverted. Slightly anxious introverted growing up. Learning all this knowledge, but it's so funny because I wouldn't go out and actually apply it. Sit in my room for days learning the top 10 communication tips, how to be more confident, all this kind of stuff, which is good, right? But like I said, I wouldn't go out and apply it. I'd learn all this stuff, go out in public, keep my head down, not talk to anyone. So what's the point? Head full of knowledge, no wisdom. Because what is wisdom? Knowledge in action. Using all the knowledge you learn and using it in everyday scenarios. But I've noticed this pattern, guys. Put all my attention into something, then scale back to more sustainable levels. I've done it with, like I said, learning, investing, learning an instrument, spirituality, which I'll talk about more, weightlifting. I get obsessed. And like I said, relationship or not, it's not healthy. Because when I'm single, it's probably even worse. Because I can cut out everyone and everything and just put all my attention into that. Again, not healthy. Because you need to go out and interact. And in a relationship, it can affect the relationship. Because again, you're meant to be spending time with your loved ones. But then you're quickly running off and doing your thing. You're not in alignment, in balance. When it's a worldly kind of topic, you can kind of justify it to yourself, which is what I was doing. But when it's spiritual, when I first got into spirituality, Eastern teachings, Buddhism, they talk about meditation a lot. And I was doing a lot, hours a day, at least an hour a day. My longest time was 3 hours. 3 hours of unbroken sitting there. Why this became a problem is, fair enough, you're doing some meditation. It's really good to calm the mind, give you a calm, stable mind. It also helps lucid dreaming. My low battery just came on. Let's close that. Very good. Meditation every day is really good. But like I said, I was getting obsessed. I was getting irritable at life. I was getting irritable at my partner, saying, do you want to go out and do this? Or we need to go do that. That's where it was an issue for me, guys. Spirituality is about inner peace. Finding inner peace under all conditions. Not from avoiding family and friends, but in the midst of family and friends and problems. And that's where I eventually got into the teachings of oneness, non-duality. That there is the one, your true self appearing separate. Or in devotional language, this is just God appearing separate. Why was that an important realization for me and for you? When you realize your true self is the self of all, the fabric of you and reality is one and the same fabric, that's where the teachings of karma yoga come in. Because when you don't understand that or see that, you divide life up into spiritual and worldly. I do an hour a day of spiritual stuff and 23 hours of worldly stuff. And sometimes this worldly stuff is irritating my spiritual practice. Not a good mindset. What does karma yoga do? Once you realize it's the one appearing separate, you can spiritualize your actions 24/7. You can turn these worldly activities into spiritual. How is that? I've mentioned this in other videos. This God word is very important, very powerful to humble this ego. When you say to yourself, I didn't ask to be born. This is not my world. This is not my body. I didn't make this world, this body. God, you've given me free will, so thank you. I'm going to freely give it back to you. You run the show, because it's your show anyway. When you've got this mindset, the karma yoga mindset, This world isn't here for me, I'm here for it. You're going to spiritualize your life. Whether you're meditating or not, it's going to put you in the mindset of service, devotion, giving up the feeling of free will, which gives up egoic thought patterns. In other words, this little 1 hour of meditation you do a day will be nothing compared to what you're doing outside of the meditation room, which is seeing the divinity in everyone. Thinking to yourself, I'm not helping my family, I'm helping God. I'm serving God's family. I'm cleaning God's house, watering God's plants, going shopping for God, picking up the children for God, helping strangers for God. The mindset of service, God, God, God. I'm at peace. Look for your true self. We've done self-inquiry if you've seen some of my videos. You're not the world, body, mind. Your essence is Brahman. You are Brahman. Your essence is peace, beyond time and space. It needs nothing. You didn't ask to be here. God needed you here. So while you're here, serve. That's the most powerful spiritual practice, guys. And the issue I found, which is why I made a post on my channel, my YouTube channel, I was doing daily videos. I have so much passion for this stuff, but I was falling into the same habit. So eager to make videos, so eager to answer questions, and it's good. But the thing is, I know it's not sustainable because I could feel it sometimes already. My partner's like, let's go do this, let's watch that. And I'm thinking, but I haven't made my daily YouTube video. What about my YouTube video? This is not healthy thinking. Because what comes first? Real life or online? Real life. Those little thoughts I had recently of, but I haven't done my YouTube, it's not good. I can see this pattern that I was repeating for many years in the past, which is get your priorities right. This is a passion project for me. If this was my full-time job, I would love to make daily videos for you guys, answer questions, but it's not, of course. It's just a part-time passion project. But what I'm trying to say, guys, don't divide life up into spiritual and worldly. And don't let it affect your relationship with the people that are there for you, the people you love. Do as much meditation as you can. Read as much spiritual books as you can. All that kind of good stuff. But the best practice I found, karma yoga. Most of your time is spent in this world. So I remember hearing this beautiful quote, which is, to be spiritual, to renounce the world, isn't colouring your body orange with a robe, it's colouring your mind orange. That's the most important thing. If you were to run off to a monastery or a cave, sit there, look like you're all spiritual and all, but thinking about the world, thinking about people, money, the world, what's the point? You look the part, don't you? But your mindset isn't right. And if you flip this, you can go about this world appearing like a regular person. He's just a guy or a girl going to work, raising a family. What's the big deal? But internally, colour your mind orange. Like I said before, did you ask to be born? No, I didn't. I was at peace. I didn't have to be here. But for some reason, this movie of life started playing to me. Nothing to do with me. This is the mindset you need. True detachment, yet still active in the world. Ultimately detached, it's not your world, not your movie, but with the act of service. Not my movie, not my show, God's show, but I'm here to serve. What do you need from me, God? You want me to help these people? I'll help them. Want me to go to work? Want me to be kind to strangers? Want me to help in any way I can? Service, love, devotion. What will this do? Lower ego, give you inner peace, give you the inner peace that you had before you were born. You were at peace before your birth, also in deep sleep. You're at peace in deep sleep, aren't you? I am. Why is that? Because you don't feel like you own anything in deep sleep. You don't feel like you're doing anything in deep sleep. Ownership and control, the two pillars of ego, aren't there in deep sleep. So if you want the peace that you had before you were born or in deep sleep, you can have it now with your eyes open. The only thing you need to do is remember, tell yourself, I didn't ask to be here. Not my world, not my body, not my people. I'm apparently here, so let's apparently help. Then on the surface, you'll be performing worldly actions You'll be a worldly person in quotes, but internally you'll be spiritual. Seriously, guys, this is the way. And like I said, I had to cut back on these YouTube videos because I love this stuff, seriously, but I don't want it to affect the people in my life. I don't want to run off and go, look, I need to do YouTube videos, which I love, but priorities. I know I've had this issue in the past, and I don't want to fall down that trap. Getting obsessed with something, cutting people out of my life, or if I'm single, it's even worse, because then I just spend all my time in my room, not interacting at all, because I'm introverted and all. Not healthy. You need a balanced mindset, especially with spirituality, because why are you getting into this? End suffering, inner peace under all conditions. You're not going to get inner peace keeping to yourself, getting irritable at people that are supposed to love you. It's not spiritual. The only solution, spiritualize your whole life. Realize it's the one appearing separate. Everyone and everything you're interacting with is divinity, and serve that divinity. That is the only way, guys. Karma yoga. That's what I found anyway. Hope this video helps as always. See you beautiful people in the next one. Take care of yourselves, eh?